So if we're going to look ahead, let's make sure we're all looking from the same vantage point. This is a slide that you have seen before, and it represents the research that was done almost 3 years ago now by a group that was contracted called McKinley. And just to remind, it took a look at where UNA USA membership was at that moment in time, and that's the left side of the screen. So again, this is something that we've shared before, you've seen before, but just a look at current statistics and feedback from you. Everything we do is looking forward. What is the organization we want to build in 2023? Patrick talked about the longitudinal data that the annual reports provide. And we're seeking constant feedback from all of you, from your fellow members and chapter members. And everything we do is what is the association that we will need to be 10 years from now? And what are the seeds that we can plant together to get us there? So these are questions we ask ourselves every day, and we hope you are asking yourselves and then having conversation with us as we plan together. So I want to talk about some of the things that we've got on the immediate horizon, long before 2023, and things that you can do in your chapter over the next year. Patrick also mentioned more events, more members. There's a lot of different things that you can do to engage members and new members and increase the diversity of your chapter. So one of the tools that we've been using over the last year, and the campaign just kicked off again this year, is the Thank a Peacekeeper campaign. And you're going to hear a lot more about this weekend and through the summer. It was kicked off on earlier this week. It will continue through the summer and end on September 21st on International Day of Peace. This is a great tool that we use, and it's a way to engage members, and it doesn't have to cost a thing. So free is the key word there. And you can engage your chapter members in a number of ways. And I'll talk a little bit about some of the ways that we've done that. But there's 3 ways that you can get involved. And one is to fill out this card and send a message to a peacekeeper. The second is online, and this is the website. And you can send your message online. And a third way is to print out the ballot and mail it in. So I encourage you and work with your chapter members to thank a peacekeeper. And you can do this as a group activity. You can use this as a recruitment tool. You can do this at board meetings, incorporate it into event-specific topics and presentations. One of the ways that we've used it as a national level is a way to engage youth. And specifically in our Global Classrooms Model UN programs, we are using this to engage and include the voice of youth in the Thank a Peacekeeper campaign. And so we've distributed thousands of these at Global Classrooms and Model UN programs all across the country and have collected more than half of them back. It's a great trigger for the free membership for high school and college students, and a way to get them engaged in the larger conversation and specifically in your chapter. Another way, we're going to talk a lot over the next couple of days and beyond about post-2015, but I hope you all will take the opportunity to go to myworld2015.org. Here's the website right here. And this is your opportunity, and again, a way to engage fellow members, new members, in a global conversation. Each one of us can go and should go to this website and identify what we think the priorities are for the future that we want. Again, this is a way to reach out, engage young people at every level, high school students, college students, campus advocates, young professionals, in groups, at events, individually. Each one of us has a voice in determining the future we all want. And this is the website. A number of you are already working with our campaigns, so Nothing But Nets, Girl Up, Shot at Life, and there will be, I hope, if you haven't already signed up for the roundtables occurring later, that you take that opportunity to do that. Nothing But Nets, Girl Up, Shot at Life are great ways to engage, again, current members and prospective members. Specifically, younger members are very campaign issue focused. If your issue is health, you should talk to the Shot at Life folks. If you're interested in girls and women empowerment, let's talk to Girl Up while they're here this afternoon. Nothing but nets. There's a lot. If you go to all of their websites, and you can get there from our website, unfoundation.org, or each one of their specific websites. They're not listed here, but there's information and fact sheets out front for you. This is a great way to engage new members in specific work of our campaigns. In fact, when I was at the Chicago chapter recently, there were competing events going on the same night, one for Nothing But Nets and one for Shot at Life. So many chapters are already taking advantage of this and using it as a recruitment tool to bring in new members around specific issues. And then finally, Social Good Summit, which is another great way to engage online, no cost, and this enables you, chapter members, prospective members in UNGA. Each one of us can have a front row seat at GA Week. So if you haven't been to the Social Good Summit website, it now has a platform, plus Social Good, so that you can participate. It is the world's largest mobile conversation, again, about building the future we want. This will occur again in September this year, and I encourage you all to participate, organize as chapters, get involved. Again, another free activity and a way to engage members at all ages and all interest levels. Speaking of which, last night we hosted a very successful intergenerational Model UN. How many of you participated? Great, thank you very much. And this is another resource. We've got a number of resources in development for you to use. This is a great engagement tool, recruitment tool that you can use at the chapter level. And I understand there were more than 30 participants last night, representing a number of countries, and 2 resolutions were passed within an hour. So congratulations. That's impressive. The simulation was on climate refugees, and if you've not had a chance or heard about the resolutions that were passed, they're pretty impressive. So grab somebody that just raised their hand and find out how last night went. And then something I work on all year long, and a number of folks work on all year long, is UNA USA's tradition of honoring the individuals and organizations who work closely with the UN each year to bring real solutions to the world's most pressing problems. And this will be the 55th year that UNA USA has hosted the Global Leadership Dinner, and the honorees are a host of global leaders and extraordinary world citizens who are giving of themselves to make the world a better place. So this year is Malala on the left, the 15-year-old Pakistani girl. We're honored that she will join us in person on November 6th to accept the award, which will be presented to her by Her Majesty Queen Rania of Jordan. We'll be honoring GE Africa, frontline polio workers, and we will have representative polio workers with us who will accept the award on behalf of polio workers everywhere. And finally, just to loop back on the point I was making earlier about engaging some of our campaigns, 10 by 10 Girl Rising, the documentary group, this is a great chapter activity, and you're going to hear more about it today. If you want to hear more, the Girl Up team will be with us later, but you can go online and request a screening of Girl Rising, which all of us have the opportunity to see. And so for their work, their commitment to girls and women's empowerment, we will be celebrating the documentary group for 10 by 10 and Girl Rising at this year's dinner. And that's a brief look ahead.